good reason why you should clean up your boots at least twice a year. I've got some cracks forming. Let's see if I can get in focus. There we go. I've got cracks forming in the sole on this pair, and I don't think they're going to last much longer. I noticed last season, I usually just wear them in the winter because of the insulation. They're a little hot for summer. But I noticed this past winter they were exceptionally wet inside. And I was really meticulous about letting them dry out between wears, but I think now I know why. They were just taking in moisture from the sole all the way around. Anyway, probably shouldn't have even bothered cleaning them up. I don't know if they'll make it through the season, but that's why you should clean up your boots a couple times a year and just assess the condition of them, if nothing else. Another quick maintenance tip, the insoles in these docks had gotten loose, so I just decided to pull them out and I'll re-cement them in. I am sure that Doc Marten uses some version of barge cement to get these glued in, and that's what I'm planning to do. I'll really thoroughly clean them and cement them back inside the shoes. And then they are cemented in. I just applied the cement to the insert itself, let it air dry for about 10 minutes, and then just pressed it in. And I'll probably try to wear these this afternoon just to make sure that they glue in really well. But anyway, just a side tip. The last thing I need to do is consider the condition of the shoelaces of these shoes and boots. This is the pair of laces from the Doc Marten shoes, and this is some pretty typical hard worn laces from Docs, and they just become unraveled. So they're garbage. I can't put them back on the shoe. The Doc boots had these Kiwi replacement laces on them, and they've been around for about a year, and they've held up nice, but I don't like them. They just don't look good, and I feel like maybe they don't tie as tightly as they could due to the material they're made of. That could be just in my head, but it's just a thought. Just for informational purposes, if you have some of these Doc Marten shoes, the length is 31 inches on the lace that I have. Now if you stretch it out, it might be 32 or 33. I have no idea. On the boots, I'm using some 56-inch laces. And on my Red Wings, these are the original laces, and they're around the same length, around 55. And I love these laces. They just feel awesome. They feel like they're strong and they'll hold up, and I like the look and the feel of them. They are an oil tanned leather, just like the boot itself, or at least I'm assuming that that's the case. And so what I've done is I went to the local Red Wing outlet, got some new laces, and I think I'm going to try to cut them down and put them on the Docs because I like the durability. Maybe after a couple of oilings, the color won't be quite so bright, or just after some wear. Not really super concerned about it, but it's an option. Red Wing also, if you go to an outlet store, they will give you laces, and they gave me these gold laces, which are the same length as my boot laces, around 55 inches, and so that's something that I might consider using. But they just threw those in, just which I thought was really nice. But anyway, I'm gonna try to cut down the laces and put them on my Docs and see how that turns out. And this is what the shoes end up looking like with the Red Wing laces. It's probably not a look for everyone, but for me, they'll work. I basically just I like to put the shoes on and enjoy the way they feel, and I really like the way these laces feel. They're sturdy, and I think with time they'll darken, just like these original Red Wing laces have darkened over time. And but you know, I'm not wearing these, you know, really as a fashion thing. It's more just utility, and just you know, I really enjoy the leather boots and the leather shoes. And this is what the Red Wing laces look like on the Doc Marten boots. I have oiled the laces just a little bit to give them a little bit of darkness, which here's a brand new one, and you can kind of maybe see a bit of a difference. But anyway, with time they'll darken, and I think they'll look just fine. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Maybe not everybody will be a fan of the lacing, but it kind of is what it is. I think I'll enjoy putting them on and tying them up, and really that's the most important thing to me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video, and until next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to talk about a few different topics before the video was kind of complete. I did some research on what to do to take care of these different boots and shoes before making this video, and based on the research that I did, it looked like pretty much everybody, Doc Marten and Red Wing, was okay with using saddle soap as a prep before you use a conditioner on the boot. And from there, I wanted to stick to what the manufacturer recommended as far as a leather conditioner or an oil. And for Doc Marten, they have their own line of conditioner. It's called the Wonder Balsam. Stick with what the manufacturer produces. The reason for that is different leathers and different types of tanning processes require different conditioners and oils. So the safest thing you can do is stick with what the manufacturer makes. I kind of went into this hoping I could just use mink oil on everything because I have mink oil, and I just wanted one product to kind of use on everything. But I broke down and ended up just getting two. And basically it was because the ingredients were so different, and I just couldn't justify putting mink oil on everything when some of the research I did kind of pointed that you should just stick with what the manufacturer recommends. And for the Red Wings, I used their 100% natural boot oil, and I was really excited to try this stuff out. It sounded like a really nice product, and I didn't buy their kit that they sell. I think this was like $8 or $9 on Amazon, but they sell a kit that's over $40, and I just didn't see any benefit unless you just have never done anything like this and don't have any like brushes or cloth or anything. I wanted to use what I have on hand, but use an oil or a conditioner that was specific to the manufacturer. And one thing I'd probably recommend that I didn't do was I used an old t-shirt for most of my polishing and wiping down things. If you use a lint-free cloth, that might be more helpful. I was kind of fighting little dust balls from the t-shirt, so probably recommend you not use that. And as far as the brushes, I just had a couple of older shoe polish brushes that I've picked up over the years, and I don't know if there's really anything special about it. These are pretty much just maintenance cleanups and conditionings. You could really go very deep. I've never polished anything, so that's something I might experiment with later on. And I also wasn't really concerned with waterproofing because I don't typically wear any of these boots in the snow, except maybe the slip-on Carhartt boots, which are kind of my just beaters. And anyway, so that was my thinking on the project. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions or comments, or maybe you know something I don't know and want to leave me some information, feel free. Thanks for watching.